According to Gold Rush Season 16 recaps, this is the documented reason a single unpaid equipment bill threatened an alliance between two prominent mining families. A lingering equipment debt caused severe tension between Kevin Beets and Parker Schnabel. The tension escalated publicly during the January 2026 broadcast of Gold Rush Season 16, Episode 8. Kevin Beets and his partner Faith Tang decided to leave the family shadow to launch their own independent mining operation at Scribner Creek. Setting up a new site requires heavy machinery, which meant they needed reliable equipment fast. They purchased a rock truck, a dozer ripper shank, and a loader bucket directly from Parker Schnabel. Total costs for this transaction hit almost $130,000. 6 months passed quietly after the initial handshake agreement. As detailed in Gold Rush Season 16 episodes, Parker focused entirely on his own $4.5 million operation over at Dominion Creek. He fronted the equipment costs, believing his friends would settle the balance promptly once they started moving dirt. Kevin and Faith assumed the lack of formal paperwork meant the debt carried no immediate urgency. This communication failure planted a seed of resentment that grew silently throughout the mining season. Audiences watched the situation deteriorate in real time just a few weeks ago as the episode aired. The internet quickly took sides across social media platforms. Fans debated furiously whether Parker acted unprofessionally by withholding the paperwork, or if Kevin showed disrespect by ignoring his financial obligations completely. Parker drove directly onto the Scribner Creek claim unannounced to confront his debtors face-to-face. He bypassed the usual friendly greetings and delivered a strict ultimatum to the couple. The young mine boss demanded the full $130,000 payment by Thursday, leaving zero room for negotiation. His large-scale capital investments at Dominion Creek drained his cash reserves, so he needed his outstanding invoices cleared immediately. Kevin felt blindsided by the sudden ambush. He defended his inaction by pointing out that Parker waited months to send an actual physical bill. The younger Beets flatly stated that the long delay signaled Parker felt comfortable financially. This excuse failed to land with his fellow mine boss. Parker rejected the justification instantly, which forced the independent miners into a severe panic. The fact that two industry veterans let a simple transaction get this toxic shows the harsh reality of the business. Subscribe to the channel for more mining industry updates. The countdown clock started ticking loudly for the Scribner Creek crew. The Thursday deadline created intense operational pressure for the independent crew. Meanwhile, Parker calculated he had only 36 ounces of raw gold to show for his first 3 weeks of work on his long-cut claim. They immediately halted their standard dirt-moving routines to tune their entire recovery system. Elsewhere, Tony Beets had his nephew cousin Mike armor his 30-year-old wash plant with heavy steel plates. They hoped this mechanical adjustment would trap every single loose flake of gold hidden in their pay dirt. Every scoop of gravel suddenly carried the weight of their entire season's survival. The couple pushed their aging equipment to the limit, running the plant round the clock to increase their yardage. Visible strain showed on both miners as they worked through the freezing Yukon nights. Failing to hit the target meant facing Parker empty-handed, and that outcome threatened to end their independent mining careers permanently. This pressure forced them to dig deeper into less tested ground, hoping a lucky pocket of pay dirt might save their operation from bankruptcy. The highly anticipated cleanup finally arrived inside their enclosed processing shed. Both miners carefully dried and separated their recovered material before transferring the heavy yellow metal onto the digital scale. Numbers on the digital readout climbed steadily for several tense moments, but eventually stopped at $97,000. They orchestrated a highly productive mining run under extreme pressure, but the final tally still fell $33,000 short of the required payment. This harsh mathematical reality left the couple with no appealing options. They either faced Parker with an insulting partial payment or found another source of immediate liquidity. Because of this substantial shortfall, Kevin and Faith made the painful decision to liquidate their own personal savings accounts. The pair drained their private emergency funds completely to generate the exact remaining cash required to satisfy the angry mine boss. This final payment cleared the official books, but the financial damage crippled their operational safety net for the rest of the year. They successfully bought their freedom from Parker at the high cost of their entire financial cushion. This brutal financial exchange reshaped the power dynamics within the Yukon mining community. Operating an independent claim requires tight cash flow management, and stripping personal savings removes any margin for mechanical failures later in the season. Kevin and Faith now face the hard reality of running heavy equipment without a financial backup plan. A single blown engine or broken hydraulic pump could instantly bankrupt their entire operation before the winter freeze arrives. The conflict also exposed the unforgiving realities of mixing personal relationships with high-stakes commercial transactions. Handshake deals work perfectly until cash reserves run dry, which explains why Parker aggressively pursued his outstanding debts. Future seasons of the Discovery Channel broadcast will likely feature far less cooperation between the major mining families. This informal equipment sharing that defined early years of the industry simply cannot exist when individual operators manage multi-million-dollar budgets. Viewers watching these events unfold realize that the gold mining business spares no one, regardless of their television popularity. Even legacy names like the Beets family must answer to the merciless demands of a balance sheet. Their friendship technically survived the final payment, but the underlying trust suffered permanent damage that money cannot repair. Whether this rivalry creates permanent enemies or fades into television history, one fact remains clear: independent operations in the goldfields carry steep costs. Subscribe for more unvarnished industry updates.